It says preparing, guys, but I'm absolutely sure that you already can see. Please let me know. Somebody help me. There we go, and we are live. Hello, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. Today is Tuesday, and this is another episode of the Truth Runner Talk Show, where I have the great pleasure to have with me today Sunita. But before I introduce her, I would love to tell you guys that I'm having technical issues. I'm having problems with my internet. So this is technology. This is something we cannot control. So please be patient with us today. Both Sunita and myself are going to do our best to give you the best quality video, but it's really not up to me. So welcome, Sunita. Welcome to the Truth Runners Talk Show.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Christina. It's such a pleasure to be here and also to be your guest here all the way from Myanmar. And I'm really excited to be here and sharing my thoughts for today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. What you have to know about Sunita is that she is the founder of the Empowered Woman. She's an international speaker, a philanthropist, and woman empowerment coach. She has been working in professional development for several years now. Her passion for education has allowed her to receive awards in different countries, both about the perspectives of women empowerment in this era. Why is that important? What's women empowerment? So first of all, I would love to ask you, Sunita, who are you? Who is Sunita? Who is the real Sunita?
Thank you so much for this lovely introduction. And yeah, to just put up like, who am I? I wouldn't want to say something really complicated. I would just say that very simple words. That the thing is like, I always have been following this one slogan since pretty much many years, that I like to impact life positively. So I would say, who am I? I'm a woman who has been impacting life positively throughout since her professional life. And previously, when I was a little bit younger, I didn't really realize that I have been impacting my life. But as I grew older and I got more conscious about this, terms, and then I realized that, okay, I have been impacting life positively. And since then, when I have noticed that, I have already like started doing every small work I do, that I do positively impact people's life. So I think that gives me a great pleasure. So I wouldn't really want to describe myself, who am I, and too long. And right now I'm doing women empowerment. I'm from Myanmar, and I'm a founder of Women Empowerment. And this has been my dream since I was a little bit younger. And now I have finally accomplished, and I am going through, it's a process. And every day I'm enjoying my life. And, just like anyone, there are ups and downs in this journey, but I really love the challenges it gives me. And I think it has made me a better person, and I really am thankful for choosing this path, and this journey has really changed my life. So I would say that, ever since I have been into this women empowerment, whenever I come across any woman, I always look at them from this woman empowerment point of view. Like, what have they been doing? And I have started being more grateful about every woman, even yourself here, doing such a wonderful things, and you have been doing so many incredible work. I think it has made me more positive human as well. So that's why I feel that this is my purpose of life, and without this, it would be empty and incomplete for me right now. So I'm really appreciative for this. And also I would love to have all the women, all wonderful women, as much as possible in this journey. And I would be really, really happy to give them opportunity, however ways I can. So this is who am I.
That's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Sunita, for sharing. It's really interesting. Interesting. I love the way you said that you always impact everybody you know around you positively. That's really, really impressive, and that's a really high frequency energy. I would love to ask you, in your opinion, what are the approaches in women empowerment, right? Because we are talking about women empowerment all the time on social media and everywhere nowadays, in the past couple of years. But what exactly are the approaches? What do you mean when you say woman empowerment and how we can empower a woman?
Mm. There are several things, as we all have heard, like, okay, let me just, say generally first, and then I will go what I have been focusing in how this woman empowerment journey started, among this all general things we have been hearing. But what is the main focus and what's the main reason why I started off, right? So for me, in my opinion, different approaches are there. There are economic developments, and also our product like poverty reductions are there. Those are different kind of approaches, and also sustainable development, where we can help each other, where we must help each other, and it's not like tearing apart. And even now you are helping me and I'm helping you, right? And also I hope that there will be some audience out there today, they will get something out of this program where you are giving your time and even I'm giving my time. And the thing is that out of this all general, approaches, the main approach which I have followed is poverty reduction. And even this brand Empowered Woman has started off with that journey. That's my brand story, actually. That's like a real day for me. So let me just go back. The thing is, over here I would like emphasize on this poverty reduction. The thing is, around 2016, and I used to go on this philanthropy journey, trips like around our New Year time. Our New Year time in Myanmar is April. So not like unlike this December, we have New Year trip. New Year, the biggest holiday in our country, it's in April. In those days, I have been going like 3-4 years continuously. And what I do is that product, like, this philanthropy trip where I have to go with our local NGO, and we go there, we go to different places. Like, every year we have to go to different villages, like rural areas. And over there we go and do this. Actually, it's a health NGO, but then later on they implement it even for education, because I'm from education sector. So I
Mhm.
used to go and mentor there and stuff. It's a reality. So I got this opportunity to really touch people's life and see with my naked eyes how people's conditions are. And I realized that time, I was much younger at that time. It was like the first time was, I think, what inspired me to do this Empowered Woman is 2016. That's the time when this little girl, she approached me because she was not able to study, and because she's a girl, right? So she was not able to study, and because she's a girl, and she came and shared her feelings with me that you know uh, actually I was myself young that time. She was like, sister, can you please help me? I want to study further. And she was just 13, 14 years old. That she had in the middle school, she was not able to continue her study because of her parents. They wanted her to just take care of the grocery shop or something which they have. But in that village, she is meant to be quite privileged, not like someone very poor or something. So the thing is that what happened, and that story really hit me hard. And since ever since then, I thought that I should do something with women empowerment, women development in this country. That was my inspiration. So the thing is that and of course, like, this is poverty. Poverty reduction is something to do with it here, right? So ever since then, I had a dream that I will do something, but I was still young to be able to do. And I think pretty much I was still in my school days too, so I was still learning and all that. So but then still, that was my inspiration that I will do something. But over the years, I studied, even went to different places, different countries, got opportunity as a woman to talk and to lead, and even started working and all that. Of course, you need to fill up your cup, right? You cannot just like that do the dream. It of course, everything starts with the dream. So that's how it started off. And my approach over right now, even to do this women empowerment, mainly is to really reduce poverty. Because in my own life too, I have seen for women, a lot of women, This is not just in the TV or hearing from the books or something from someone else. I have seen like the poverty, how much it has caused them, difficulties in life. So this is one of the main reason why I'm also doing this women empowerment, how I can help daily. I try to think of different approaches, but this is the main approach for me. So yeah.
I really, really love it. And it's really admirable the work what you are doing, working with NGOs and working in the field of women empowerment, because truth to be told is really a lot of work to do. I always say that we are all, everybody is destined for greatness. But if only half of us will achieve it, or half of it, and the other half, they don't, that's not wholeness. So that doesn't mean the whole.
Yeah.
So those who are in the position that can be a voice to the voiceless, or they can help, right? So
Yeah.
I think this is our purpose. This is what we do, through our voices, we give them voice. And I love what you were saying about, you said the example with the girl where her family wanted her to work instead of, going to school and having a good education. It is very important in the women empowerment um, woman empowerment journey or approach, let's say, to educate women, so to be educated, not just like to have a good school, but to educate it in health, to be educated in finances, because unfortunately, in many, many places of the world, what I'm seeing is that they are financially illiterate. They don't know finance. They don't know about health. They don't know about what they can do or they cannot do. All right. So what do you think, how we can empower and how we can teach, or what we can do in order to reach out to these women and empower them, which is essential for their health, right? Their health is essential for the development of families, okay? And how to help them to reach their full potential. Because if we look, a woman is the core of the family, right? If a woman is happy, is educated, live its full potential, the whole family lives it. So what we can do in order to empower the women and actually to fulfill, their full potential.
I think main thing is education.
Mm.
you know I think even yesterday I was like, when I was training my trainee, right? I had this conversation. It is very recent. I told the same thing. As I'm growing older and older, I think when I was younger, like, I'm glad that I got good education. I'm thankful for my parents to give me good education. And at that time, I think when I was younger, I didn't understand that importance that much. But now when I'm like grown up and when as an adult, and especially now that I'm working as a woman empowerment under this, right? I think main thing is education. We need to give education to women. And a lot of people might think, no, no. And also here, we have to put up very clearly, education doesn't mean that you need to go abroad, or, you need to have some abroad, like, degree, or, you need to be privileged that much or something. It's not like that. Now, this is a different era. Education means there are different meaning. We can self-educate as well. I myself, I'm a trainee. I have, really trained rural areas. Even now, I have this opportunity to talk, like, we are working online and stuff like that. What I have realized is that I have seen so many different people, throughout now, and also not before even women empowerment. I used to be in this personal development industry since 2018, and also myself, I have, like, finished out my education in HR, right? So the thing is that what I realized in this time when I am really meeting people is that self-education is even more important. People might think when we say education, people start thinking about only the fancy degree or going abroad and you need to be
Universities,
rich.
yes,
No,
exactly.
that's totally wrong. That's
Thank you.
totally wrong. If you really, really want to be educated, this is my own personal experience. I have seen through with my own students that, some people really amaze me. I have seen what in the rural area to where I have really got connected. Some people are so well, like, knowledgeable, and I mean, that is education. Education is not always about like, getting a degree or being a rich or something. Whenever we say, like, there are a lot of people, I have seen that too. When we say, yeah, education and stuff like that, they will say, no, no, we are not that privileged, we are not that rich, or we are not coming from that. No, it's not like that. These days, there are a lot of ways to get educated. You can read books, you can do YouTube, you can do online programs. There are so many online, like, free education people are giving out. It's all up to you, how much you are proactive, right? So main thing over here, what I would say is that how we can help women is by educating. If there are women who don't, like, who still are not, like, out there, who don't understand yet, or who still don't know or are not aware yet, we need to help each other by making them more aware. It's not like just leaving them and just like criticizing or something like that. And also, I really believe that if we really want to go ahead, we have to help each other. And education too, I will never say that I'm expert in everything. We know no one can be expert in everything. We all have to learn from each other. We all have to help each other one way or the other. And I think that will really make a different wall. And also people will really, women empowerment, that is the main thing. That's a key. And I think even in every household, women has to be educated. Let them open their eyes. It's not always like nowadays, it's not all about like getting to know house chores and taking care of only family. But if a woman, in a household, if a woman is educated, she can really help her own family better way, I think. That's the thing. So that's why non-bro, I grew up, I realized the importance of education more than when I was younger. And now I'm more thankful. And of course, for me, I don't have kids, or I'm unmarried. If any day do I have kids, I will make sure that I give them good education. Because now when I am like, in this age, and when I'm working, I realize the importance, even the way people think, how we can really help each other in day-to-day life too, why education is important. And also, like I told you before, whenever we talk about education, people start thinking about the fancy degree, or they need to be rich and stuff. Not like that. You can read books, you can do online programs, you can go on forums, you can do this kind of talks, you can participate. Even if you can't talk, you can listen to people, you can learn, right? So we can help each other. Like, these days a lot of people are writing blogs, even those are education, isn't it? We are getting so much of free education. It's all up to you how you see things, right? So I would say that.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sunita. Thank you for sharing that. One thing what I would just mention here is that, it's the mindset. Because for a very long time and in different parts of the world, women are brought up knowing that they are only good, or they are only meant to run the household, raise the kids. Okay, so this is the mentality. It depends very much on the cultural beliefs, on how they've been brought up. But what I'm seeing is that slowly but surely, these things are changing as well. So, because the more we talk about it, we raise awareness about it, and more women are daring, have the courage to actually open a book, or to actually listen to a mentor, or to listen to a discussion. And that's a really, really good thing, and makes me really, really happy. What do you think? What is the best way to promote women empowerment? How we can promote it? Yes, we talk about it right now, for example, but
Yeah.
in your opinion, what's the best way to promote women empowerment?
I think the best way to promote women empowerment is like, giving them opportunities.
Yeah, thank you.
Giving them opportunity is the best way to promote. You know, I mean, until and unless, like, we give them opportunity, they will not know who they are, what is their potential, right? And I think we all have faced that, until and unless we have done something new in our life, we don't know our potential. So I think that's the best way to promote, rather than thinking anything complicated. I will just put it in a simple term, then give them opportunity more. And just now you said it, it's gone are those days, like, men running how, like, man has to be the breadwinner or something. It's things are changing now. So, let them be in a role of a man too, doesn't matter. We can divide the roles, so it's okay. And even my friends as well, almost every woman are working. It's nothing like a man or woman, or no, they are dividing the responsibilities. Even the kids, man can take care. And when my friends are, busy doing their work or something, their husbands take care of the kids, it's okay. So the thing is that what I want to say is that giving them opportunity not to, be racist and stuff, that because they are women, they have to be, taking care of families and stuff like that. Man has to do this and that. No, give them opportunity, give them leadership roles. Leadership also starts from home. And here again, whenever we say leadership, people start thinking, oh, okay, maybe you need to give a speech on the stage or something like that. No, there is leadership everywhere, right? If we really know how to see things, then we can see leadership everywhere. So if we want to promote woman empowerment, and we want to see the better world, and there is a saying, which is a popular saying, we have always heard about that. If you want to see the nation grow, give opportunity to a woman, educate women, right? So then we can be a better, we can be better at home, even at work, everywhere. And also, I think this will even give, like, a man, how do you say, a helping hand. It's not going to be all man and stuff like that. So I would really think that, promoting a woman is giving them opportunity. That's as simple as that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you. And there is one thing what I would really love to mention here, guys, where we talk about woman empowerment and giving power to the woman. We never ever think or talk about taking the power away from men. Okay. There is the divine masculine and the divine feminine. The divine masculine and the divine feminine, it needs to be in balance, and it needs to be equal in order to be balanced. So empowering women, it doesn't mean that we take away the power from a man. So guys, please do not misunderstand us. We don't want to think that. It's something different. Empowering women, it means technically to make women understand that they are powerful. It is within them, men as well. We have everything within us what we need. All we need is to activate and to have that willingness to, for self-development, for learning, for being curious. And thank you, Sunita, for mentioning, yes, leadership, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to run a company. No, you are a leader of your own life. You are the leader of your family, right? You run the house, or maybe you are a leader in your community. Or you are,
Sure, of course.
especially a woman, we are role models. For somebody, definitely we are role models. So every woman in their own way to role model, it's a leader. So thank you for that, really.
Thank you.
I would love to invite you to, I would love to ask you, we've been talking about empowering women and giving them education. Now, just for the sake of, to clarify, what exactly are the benefits? What will be, if the woman is empowered, educated, what are the benefits? We mentioned a few, but let's just make it like a roundup.
Yeah. What are the benefits in the family or in this community? I think, like, there are many benefits. Like, we can know different genders or like perspectives. We can get more idea, more minds will be there. And I think that will also, main thing is that women will not feel like, incompetent as well. They will be equivalent. Just now we were talking about education as well, right? And also, giving them equal rights. This will give them gender equality
Quality.
at work. Gender equality will be there. And also, we talked about sustainable development before. And this is also important in sustainable development as well, giving women opportunity. And, we can talk about this like all day long. There are so many things, as you know already, when if we go on and on, there's so much to do, and the world is changing. And also like economic development. Now, women are equally, in this higher positions, they are working. It's not like, gone are the days, it's only men and stuff like that. So we are no less, we are working too. So what are the benefits? This is like helping our economy. And also, reducing our poverty and stuff too, again, right? So this will also eventually help with the sustainable development. So there are many benefits in, doing this women empowerment, which is a must, I think, which is a must, and which we should do, at least in now this era. We are doing, but still it has to go on,
I love what you said, because there are in total of 17 SDG goals, right? and
Yeah.
people tend to take them one by one separate. But in my opinion, what I'm thinking is that all 17 they go hand in hand. It's gender equality, it's well-being, it's economy, it's they all go hand in hand. So when you work toward one goal, you actually help a couple of others. So you mentioned also, yes, gender equality. So and all these SDG goals. And one thing, guys, yes, we are talking a lot. We are talking a lot about women empowerment. But the truth is it's taking action, actually giving the woman the opportunity, as you said, Sunita, to speak, to learn, to read. That would be amazing. Organizing events where this woman can be invited to listen to others, or to sit in circle with other women and to listen to other stories, to realize that they are not alone. We are never alone. It doesn't matter if you're a woman and what your situation is at this point, you are not alone. There are hundreds, thousands, millions on your situation. And if we all sit in circle and we put our mind and our soul together, now that's what actually the change is going to happen. So I would love to
Yeah.
ask you, in your journey, because you're working for a couple of years now in this woman empowerment, you've been in places, you actually took action. What would you say, what is your greatest achievement in your journey?
Mm, to tell you the truth, actually, like there are so many achievements as a woman. Like, in I have been in, like I told you, I have been into this personal development since like 2018. And since then, as a woman, I have like, just leave this woman empowerment brand aside.
Mhm.
Just as a person, I'm a woman. I've been into this woman, like, this personal development industry since like 2018. So since then, let me just say, even without being under this empowered woman brand, as a woman, I think this is like, I have been empowering people's life, by helping them with this personal developments and stuff like that. My achievement, I would say, till that there are so many things I can talk about, like I have gone to this like different countries where I got to get this awards, and also where I got to speak, where I got to explore myself, where I could like, like share my visions, and also where I could help people. And also like I think this achievement, like I told you, I help underprivileged people as well. And also there are some things too where I don't really want to talk about, even in my country too, previous governmental place, I have like helped and got to collaborate and stuff like that. Those are also achievement. I'm like, really grateful for that. And also previous, like last year, 2022, which is like a, really a great year for me, because I finally established women empowerment brand, my new brand. And also I got certified last year. So like, I mean, yeah, this end of this year, December, like last year. So that is also again achievement. So I would say that there are many achievements, and I would say this all made up, who I am today. And still I'm learning now too, and I want to achieve more. And I think that I have to help, I have to do a lot, and that's my purpose and why I am here. This is not just like, women empowerment, just a brand for me. This is my, like my baby. And I have really, been nurturing it, and I'm still like, doing it. Only in July last year, I launched this new empowered woman, right? So how I can help more women, I will be really happy if there is anybody who needs my help, approach me, make use of me. And that's why I'm here. And even an empowered woman, I always say this one thing: for this brand, I'm just acting as an operator. And this is all for the women. I'm dedicating it for women. And this is not all about like, a fancy logo or just like, some website and stuff like that. No, this, I want to do only a realistic approach where I leave a legacy, when I'm not there anymore, that, she was there, she used to do great for her work. So I want people to remember me that way. So that's what I am working on. And but every day is a new thing, and enjoying my life, all the ups and downs. And even today, I'm so happy and so grateful to you to giving me this opportunity to speak here. And I hope that a lot of women, wonderful women, not only women, then anyone hearing here this conversation, they get something. And then, like I told you already, if there is anything I can help, and that will be really wonderful for me to share.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your achievement. And yes, my women are with me. Thank you so much, ladies. Shirley said it's a great discussion and it's great to be in Nigeria. Yes, I believe so. Educate women so they can thrive. Yes, absolutely. I agree with that, Shirley. Absolutely. Stress that women are the engine and the fuel of the civilized society. Yes, ma'am, you're absolutely right. I'm there with you. We are the engine and the fuel, and that's absolutely right. And here's one thought what I would love to share with all of you who are watching now on the replay. I'm a spiritual life coach, and I say this. Just for a moment, please close your eyes and don't look at the other person as a woman, as a man. There is no gender. Try to see that person as a soul. As souls, we are all equal, we are all the same. That we have a gender, that's just an addition, that's our physical body. It's male, female, something what differentiate us. Okay, that's fine. But when you take that away, you take away the gender, it's a man or a woman. What you will see is a beautiful, shining soul who has a purpose and who thrives. And if you look at the person in this way, we are all coming from the same place. We are all equal. And this is what I would love to achieve. I would love to make people understand that it doesn't matter race, gender, in which continent, which country, where you live, we are all equal. And if I have the possibility to lift you up, I'm going to hold your hand and I'm going to lift you up, because if I lift you up, I'm helping myself. My soul is happy, right?
Yeah, of
It's
course,
more, it's more
definitely.
than financial rewards. It's more than, the accolades and rewards what we are getting on this journey of women empowerment. Trust me, I believe most of you ladies who are watching and for you, it's much more than that, really. And there are some difficult times on this journey. I must admit. How do you face, or what keeps you going, Sunita, when you face difficult times, for example?
In difficult times, I think believing in myself keeps me going.
Yeah,
You know, main thing
beautiful.
is that I always think about my self concept, what I think about myself, and that kind of moment where things go wrong, that goes wrong for anyone, right? Then that's a time where you have main thing is that time you have to be your main cheerleader, and you need to stay firm for yourself. You have to believe in yourself, the why, what you are doing here, and what who you are. And no matter who believes you or not, but you need to believe in yourself and your capability. This is just a bad day or bad time. It's not your bad life, or you are not bad. So I always have this, and especially even these days, I have this mental diet and my self concept. I always take care of that, what I think of myself.
Mhm.
That is very important. What you think of yourself sets how people perceive you, right? So having that belief in yourself, and also even when you feel low or whenever negativity or anything goes wrong, you need to remind yourself who you are and what you are doing, what you are capable of. And that's enough, I think. And that gives you strength. Main thing is our inner world, isn't it? What we believe, what we think about ourselves, that's what we portray outside. And we don't need to put up like too much of makeup or something on the show. If you are really confident, and even if when things are going wrong, this is just a bad time, but you are still okay, you are good. When you have that belief in yourself, nothing can break you apart. That's the thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm so loving what you're saying, because you just touched a topic which is really, really close to my heart. It's about loving, respecting yourself. Please, guys, get out of your own way. Don't think that that's selfish. Loving and respecting yourself and being confident is for you. And learning, growing, educating yourself, it is for you. All right, ladies, it's not for somebody else. No one can do it for you, because when you look at the mirror, the person who is looking back to you is you. So, women empowerment is no more than self empowerment, that we give it voice. Yes, but you can give it a voice as well. And look in the mirror and cherish and love that person who you are, and and live in the knowing that you are here to be healthy, wealthy, to live in abundance. It's there for each and every one of us. And for me, this
Exactly.
women empowerment, it's all about. This is all about. So I would love to ask you, because I'm getting really excited about this, and this is about you today. What is your
Me
message
too.
for those who are watching today live, or they are going to watch in the replay? What would you love to share? What is your main message? What would you love to share today?
I would love to share what I'm usually these days, which I'm always like, which I'm focusing more, like I told you just now, I think, always have a positive self-concept in life, that is so important. And every day I'm like, understanding that importance so much, because having that self-concept, like positive
Mm,
self-concept is really the key, because nobody will understand you more than yourself, right? So understanding yourself and having that positive self-concept can really help you a lot more in life. Even when you think, even let's say there might be viewers here today, maybe doubting themselves, having some difficulties at work or family or any other issues, but have that positive self-concept. You are capable, you are great, you can do it. This is just a bad timing, maybe, just push yourself more. So that's the thing, and that self-concept is so important, and also what we talk to ourselves, right? So that's the thing, where if we are really confident and we know what we are doing, and no one, it's in within, when you have that thing in yourself, nothing can tear you apart. And I have tested myself too. Whenever, like, I feel low, or when I do think negative about myself, or maybe something's went wrong, then maybe I'm not good enough or something, I changed my self-concept these days, especially that's why I'm just giving this a little bit of wisdom, which I'm doing right now. So, if you are in any situation, anybody watching, or even if you will be watching later, if you are in difficult situation, try to have that positive self-concept for yourself, that can help you in any personal life or professional life or anything. Because there you can get opportunity, even your headache or your that tension and your issues, right? A lot of things, you don't have to take medicine all the time. Even that will help you, because our mind, our thoughts is the main thing. That's the key. Like I told you before, putting up a lot of makeups, or putting that show is not it so
I don't.
important. Main thing is inside. you know if you inside you are happy, and you have that contentment, and your self concept is positive, that shows in your face. That's the thing. And even people, across the world, they can feel you. When you are
Absolutely.
talking to somebody, to even people, if they are surrounded by you, who wants to, you see that the main thing is, let me just give an example, who wants to be around somebody who is negative all the time, isn't it? Who have like low self-esteem, who wants to be around such people? Nobody. So people want to be around those people who have that high energy, high vibration. They know what they are doing. I'm not saying you have to be happy all the time. I understand. Even I go through stuff. But just come back to yourself and always change your concept that you can do it. This is just the time being. Find the solution. It's not that bad, or you are not bad, and just don't think low of yourself and start comparing. That's what a lot of people do. They start comparing, they feel bad about themselves, they blame themselves, and some people start hating themselves, their life, and everything goes on. It's all like interrelated, it's all connected. So that's the thing. Main thing is that your self concept is very important. So that's a message I want to give. If, like, anybody is having a bad day or anywhere, try to work on yourself more. Like, before working on anyone, we were talking about women empowerment. So let's get back to the same topic. You want to empower women, anyway, you want to empowerment. Before empowering others, you have to empower yourself. Without being filling your cup, you being empowered, how can you empower others? So that's the thing. Even every day, whenever I'm working out, or I do work out daily, why I'm working out, I need to be healthy. I cannot just call myself I'm in women empowerment if I'm not healthy or happy, and not even in the right state of mind. How can I empower women, and how can I help others when I'm myself empty, right? So that's why I mean, like I said, helping and being positive self concept is not really all about being too rich, or like being all like famous, or just being successful. Not like that. Of course, success has different definition for everyone, but main thing is just within yourself, you need to have a positive self-concept that you are okay. No need to compare yourself and your life with everyone, and no need to feel low. Maybe you are not there where you want to be, but you are almost there. You're better than yesterday. If you think you are not still better, then you change yourself. You have to change your mindset and stuff like that. That's why I am like really noticing, and that has really helped me a lot in my life too, having that positive self-concept.
Wow, amazing. Thank you, because you just spoke from my heart, spoke my own heart. Guys, yes, you empower yourself. Every healing is self-healing. Every empowerment is self-empowerment. Remember that. Never ever confuse confidence with ego. Okay, they are two different things. And thank you for talking about the power of your words, how you speak, how you think, how you talk about yourself. Because I would love to take the opportunity to let you know, guys, that on the 19th, 20th, and 21st of January, I'm holding a 3-day live workshop on my group, the Circle of Love and Light, the Circle of Love and Light, where I'm going to be talking about the energy behind your words. I'm going to share with you about self-awareness, what are words, what's the energy behind the words, and how to maintain that high vibration if you reach there. So I would love to invite you to that. And then I would love to invite Sunita. Please share with us where people can find you, if they want to contact you, what you're up to, where they can find you, when they can reach you.
Yeah, sure. And they can find me in my page as well. Let me just write down here, Empowered Woman. And then
You're going to find them in the comments below. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Sir Piyush. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you,
here, can you see?
Shpresa,
And also,
Sunita.
if in case, yeah, here,
I'm
in,
going to share
if
that
you
in
want to info, okay, business,
I'm going to share that in the
site,
chats below. Oh, ladies, sir, I'm so happy that you are watching. I'm really
here,
happy that you joined.
here you can email me as well if there is anything. Like I said, we are all like, for all the women here, because we are talking about women empowerment. So, and we are all like sisters, and please feel free to reach me if there is anything. Then I really believe that we can all go far by helping each other. So I'm here
Absolutely.
for you, and Empower Women is for everyone. I'm just an operator. So I'll be more than happy and grateful if I can help in any ways I can. I have shared my page name as well. You can just follow my page and here on the chat, and also my email. So if anybody wants to email me that where you have found me and you want to talk or discuss, and I do have like some, of course, in Myanmar I do have physical events, and I do coaching online, and now we are all connected online and stuff. So anything I can help, then I'm more than happy. So please feel free to reach out. And you have your one sister in Myanmar. So really grateful to have everyone and listening to me, and really thank you everybody, whoever is listening, and anything is there, you can reach me out and ask me, and I'll be more than happy. And thank you so much, Christina, for this wonderful opportunity. I'm so grateful. And seriously, it's like 9:50 today. I'm going to have a really good night's sleep, because I always love this type of talks. And seriously, it's like from the bottom of my heart, I'm really thankful, and having a great time over here speaking to you, and look forward to connect. And if there is anyone as well willing to willing to want me to have you on, like have me on your boat or speak, and let me know. And I'm always excited to share and talk as well. So feel free. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sunita. You've been an amazing guest. I had an amazing discussion. Thank you so much, guys, for all joining in, for all your love. I felt all your love, guys. I loved your comments. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to see you next time for the next round of the Truth Runners Talk Show. Until then, from the bottom of my heart, I'm sending you lots of love and light to all of you. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye bye.